Dale didn't reach his milestones like an average person, so he was still quite delayed, and we were always concerned about why he wasn't able to walk properly or climb stairs or balance on one foot. He struggled with those sort of things, but we continued on with life and signed him up for all different kinds of activities. He'd be pumping his arms, look how fast I'm running, Mom, look how fast I'm running. But really, in fact, you know, it was the best that he could do. The condition progressed. He struggled more with walking, and he stopped walking at the age of 10. And so he was in a manual wheelchair. But it wasn't until he was in a power chair at age of 11 that his independence grew. It allowed him to do things on his own. He didn't need someone to push him around, and he was free, basically, in his power chair. And that's when we discovered the sport of Powersoccer. And through a very caring family, we met the Up family from Canuck Place that introduced us to the sport, and we've been hooked ever since.
It's been a great way to meet friends and I don't know, learn new skills, right? Like controlling my chair better, especially like getting into elevators and stuff.
I met Dale at the very beginning of my career as a player, and we became good friends, and we've been competing internationally and nationally for quite some time now.
What emotions do you feel when you play power soccer? Like, do you feel rejuvenated when you go out there and have fun with your friends?
Yeah, so I'm a player that wants to compete. Every tournament I can go on is a blessing in disguise, I guess. And I love the competition factor of it. So every recreational, international, national tournament, no matter what it is, I do my best to compete at my all-time best.
Chairs have a customized footguard attached to the front of the chair to kick the soccer ball. It can be played recreationally or competitively. And there's 4 players to a side, that includes the goalie.
Dale, why don't you tell us about the changes in, the sizes of the ball for power soccer?
Mm-hmm. So using a regular soccer ball would just make there's a good chance that it just get caught under the wheel and you can drive right over it. So that wasn't really a great idea. Right at the beginning, there wasn't really any equipment attached to the chair, so they started by kind of throwing a big exercise ball onto the gym, and then just go hit the ball. But then people wanted to use an actual soccer ball, so they use this big one right here, and then that way they would attach what's called a foot guard to the front of the chair.
So Dale, you just want to talk about the evolution of the foot guard?
Yeah. So originally we used these plastic foot guards, which were I guess they're more for absorbing the impact. They called them bumpers at the time, because you would actually use them like a bumper. And I guess the sport was more like rugby at the time, a lot of crashing and pushing. And basically that's what you do. We tried to make them out of aluminum and even wood, which was kind of interesting, because the wood was a bit springy. So when you hit the ball, you could spring off of it. But that only lasted 1 game, and it was all smashed. Yeah. Okay, so eventually we did what they did in France, and we switched to making metal foot guards, they didn't really absorb any impact. So when you hit the ball, all the momentum goes straight from the chair to the ball. So you kick the ball a lot harder. And it's the one that we use now. Pretty much everybody uses it.
I can't say enough how much Powersoccer has brought the families together. We've been able to connect with each other, sharing our stories and issues that we have, because we're all in a similar situation. So Duchenne muscular dystrophy, the prognosis is they reach the early 20s, but with research and new developments, their life expectancy has extended. Dale is now coming up 30 years old. It's unfortunate that, you know, a lot of his friends have passed away at a much younger age. Everybody's affected differently.
But yeah, I still like to play for them, like to continue their legacy.
If he didn't have Powersoccer, like what would his day kind of look like? Or like his week kind of look like?
Yeah.
I don't know, mostly just on the internet, I guess.
Would that be like the head bumping sort of thing in soccer, right?
Well, yeah. I've been to a lot of different places, right? Like all over BC, and like I've been in the States, and yeah, I've been to Paris for the World Cup, and then again in Florida for the World Cup last year.
The amazing thing about soccer is that anyone can play, including someone in a power chair.